And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That means it's time, baby, for GotBot Goes live. As always, I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. Please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe while you're at it, baby. Ooh. There you go. Light them up. Hit that notification bell. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all my social media links, all of that down in the description below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, of course, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Teespring, or you can hit the join button right here on YouTube to become, you guessed it, a channel member. If you heard a hiccup, then that was Starscream Wife. She seems to have the hiccups. I need to just adjust this ever so slightly, so bear with me a little bit here, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. If you can believe it, I just finished having another argument with somebody else who felt very apologetic about Hot Rod. You got to let it go. I'm not going to see the quality that you guys see. I'm not going to see him as a good character. I'm not going to like him. Like, guys, let it go, man. So, and the reason it came up is because of this week's top 10 countdown vote, which of course is for primes. And a lot of people said, Optimus is going to get 95% of the vote and the other 5% will go split. I got news for you. Optimus is definitely not getting 95% of the vote. Obviously, he's getting a strong showing. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? The voting goes till midnight tomorrow, and there's still a long way to go. And the race is definitely not over. But it came up in relation to that, to the point where this person degenerated, I guess, into him saying that I wasn't objective because my bias came in against Hot Rod because I hated the 86 Hot Rod. If he thinks I hated the 86 Hot Rod, if you think I hated the 86 Hot Rod, then you obviously don't understand the situation or my view on it. I don't hate him, but he's not a Voyager, and I had to grade him based on being a Voyager. If he was marketed and priced correctly, I'd say he's great, but he wasn't. So unfortunately, I couldn't mark him the way he should have been marked. He was mismarketed. It's as simple as that. But people like to overextend when they don't understand the situation and say that I hate something when I actually don't. But the more people, yell at me about it, then that makes me kind of want to hate it, because then I'm like, you know what? I didn't. But now you have ignored the facts and you've ignored math so much, and you've attacked me so much that, yeah, now I do hate it. And I don't want to have to do that. But if you actually watch the review, then you see, it's not that I hate it. It's that it's marketed wrong, and I got to mark it down because it was marketed wrong. There's a big difference, man. Big, big difference. Speaking of which, there's things we're going to talk about tonight that are coming out this week that are somewhat controversial, honestly. And a lot of people have come to me and said they couldn't wait for the show tonight to hear what I had to say. Again, there's good and bad about it. You need to be able to differentiate between the business side of things and the whether I like it or don't like it side of things. There's two very different things, man. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm going to go up here. I do have a couple of pickups, nothing huge tonight, not by any stretch of the imagination. But we do have not a lot of news, but the news we have to talk about is interesting news. That's what I'll say. Hey, Maximal 10, Elixir, happy to see you here. I'm doing good, buddy. I don't know why people still got to, kind of pick that bone with me, but you know what? They can do what they want to do. Hey, Cyber, happy to see you here. Blue Raccoon, happy to see you here. Hope, Blue, that you were happy with last week's countdown about the door wings. It was a quirky topic. It was a weird topic, but you know what? It was fun to do. I just got APC Toys Attack Prime, and he is gorgeous. Don't know it, but I assume it's something from Transformers Prime. She could use water and hiccups. Yeah, that's what I tend to do too. My cousin, he always takes a tablespoonful of mustard, and that's what he does to cure his hiccups. I can't do it. Can't do it. Hey, Sawyer. Hey, Bergen. Been a while, man. If you had a butter knife and a glass and a drink of water from the cup with the handle of the knife on your forehead, wow. I mean, all these home remedies, right? We've got a million of them, don't we? And we all do what kind of works for us. For me, it's 10 sips of water. And then I get a sensation like I want to burp. And I'll swallow that down. And I'm good. I know. Weird, right? I voted for Rodimus, and that's fine. If somebody voted for Rodimus, look, I will put the reasons that people voted like in there. Like I always explain kind of how the voting went. Whether I agree with it or not makes no difference. I don't like the character. I do blame him for Optimus's death in the movie. I don't think he was a good leader. I don't think he was engaging. I don't think he learned anything. That's me. And that's how I remember it. That's how I see it. Every time I rewatch G1 now, that's how I see it. I don't like the character. I don't think he learned anything. I don't think he was a good leader. That's me. But obviously different people think different things. And I said to this guy that was arguing with me, I said, I accept that Rodimus has a big following. I don't need to understand it. And the guy came back and was like, he doesn't have a big following. That's why they brought back Optimus. I'm like, dude, are we even having the same conversation? Yes. I know why they brought back Optimus as a kid. I also know that now in 2021, Rodimus has a huge following. I don't need to get it. Taylor Swift has a huge following. I don't need to understand that either. I can't stand her music. But like, I'll explain it. I don't need to understand it. I don't need to get it. But I'll explain it when I do the countdown, because the countdown is about you guys. It's not about me. It's so funny, too. Sometimes I get people that'll be like, such and such a this and that shouldn't have been on such and such a countdown. I'm like, dude, I say in every countdown that this is fan voted. It's not my personal list. It's fan voted. I got nothing to do with it. I'm just giving you guys the results. It's amazing how much people don't pay attention to. Road Rage, a Target exclusive. This is bad comedy. Yeah, I've heard that Road Rage is going to be a Target exclusive, which I guess will be a Toys R Us exclusive up here. I don't know. I don't have the tracks. I haven't heard good things, so I don't really think I'm going to get... let's put it this way. I'm not hunting for the Road Rage. If it shows up, cool. If it doesn't, cool. I'm done hunting. Hey, John. Happy to see you here, buddy. Hey, Ultra. All is good, baby. All is good. Hey, Caldeo. I think the new trilogy was... What? I think the new trilogy was a hit and miss for me with how bad Earthrise was and a bit of Kingdom with the exclusives, man. They're bad. Hey, Vector. Going good, baby. Let's see. Getting all about me about it was supposed to be available at Toys R Us, but they now, yes, and I heard about that listing being discontinued, Maximal 10, and then somebody else told me that the order was in, and that was going to be the only order, and that's why they discontinued it. I don't know. I don't know how the internal workings of that work, but the indication, if that's true, would be whatever's ordered is whatever's ordered. If there's 50 ordered, then that's it. There's only going to be 50. I don't know. We'll see. I think there's a lot more behind the scenes to that story, to be honest with you. Let's see. Let's go down here. I know I'm going to skip over a bit of stuff here, guys. And I apologize for that. Speaking of home remedies, if you get, a spider bite, put a fresh cut potato on it. Really? Interesting. Hey, Benno. Don't know much about it, but the only thing I know is the Road Rage is a Target exclusive. Yeah, in the US it would be a Target exclusive, right? But, of course, like, who cares about the rest of the world outside the US? Hasbro certainly doesn't. We're going to get to that in a bit. Sounds like the troll was being... here's the thing. And I said, like, it's math. And he said, your rationale is ridiculous. I'm like, no. Math is math. It's not ridiculous. It's math. You ain't got to like it, but it's math. Trust me, there's stuff like I overpaid years ago for Deluxe Ramjet. I'm going to tell you now. I was still fairly new into collecting. I think I paid like $50 for Deluxe. Like, I overpaid egregiously. Looking back now, like me being the collector I am now, never in a billion years would I do it. But then I did. And after the fact, I said, you know what? I was taken advantage of. It was a higher price than I wanted to pay. Somebody scammed me and I let it happen. It was a lesson learned. But I bid it and I took it on the chin and said, you know what? It wasn't worth what I paid for it. I owned it. I accepted it, but I was after paying it anyway. I own the hot rod. I've done it, and I've explained why I've done it many times. But I own the fact that he's not worth that. And I have advised other people, please, for your own kind of well-being, whatever. I mean, do what you want. It's your money. But I'm telling you now, for actual value for money, don't buy it at full price. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. you got to send a message. And the problem is, I feel like we're, as a community, sending a lot of wrong messages. And I feel like a lot of people are getting real tired of kind of fighting for stuff. Like, we all say we hate exclusives, but yet everybody will almost crawl over their own mother to make sure they get that pre-order in. So the message that's being sent is, well, you don't actually hate it. The message that's being sent is, you'll do anything to get it. We're all like it. That's why I said earlier, like, I'm done chasing. I'm done chasing. I'm done playing their games. I'm not interested in it anymore. If I can get it, cool. But I, for one, you know, and I think they prey on the idea that we are all plastic addicts. Like, I think that's an actual thing that they prey on, you know? But, you know, he was being trollish. It is what it is. I try to scare my wife when she has hiccups. Yeah, that works too sometimes. Colors are crazy, but very unique. I couldn't find a Kingdom Leader Optimus, but I did find Jada, Transformers Bay Optimus, and G1 Optimus, and bought them. Okay. Hey, Justin. Hey, Jay. Hey, Den. Hot Rod is overrated, and I don't understand people defend. They defend it. I'm going to tell you why people defend it, then. People defend it because they bought it, and they cannot admit to themselves that they were taken advantage of. It's something very freeing. Even if you, and like I said, I mean, I had that Ramjet. I owned it. I mean, I shrugged. It was too bad I got taken advantage, but at least I owned it, and I was man enough to say I was taken advantage of. It is what it is. A lot of people can't do that. Some people can, but a lot of people can't. And the ones who can't are the ones who get the loudest in defense of something, because you can't accept that you were taken advantage of. It's pretty freeing when you can accept that, even if it happens all the time. At least be adult enough, or collector enough, or whatever. Have enough character to say, I get taken advantage of, and I'm cool with it. If you're cool with it, that's a different story. Generation Straxus had all the same things, but it is still like a deluxe. Just bought MS Blaster. Yeah. What can I say about him? MS Blaster. Like him. I think he's about the right size for what he should be, to be honest with you. I think it's a solid blaster. Again, probably a little bit overpriced, but a solid entry. I think you made a good buy. What does the MS stand for? Magic Square. Hey, Shansi. Okay, so let's get into the news. Ladies and gents. So, first things first, Mini 1984 toys showed their Legends G1 Blitzwing. It is a gray prototype. I guess it's okay, but I felt like behind the shoulders there were big tank treads, which is fine, but it didn't put me right in the mind of Blitzwing, because he typically kind of has wings more sticking out there. I don't think it's Hyper G1 accurate, but I do think it's a clean robot mode. I do think it's or as clean as Blitzwing can be. I definitely think it's a clean tank, and I definitely think it's a clean plane. So I'm kind of in for it, honestly. At least in terms of legend scale. What will the price be? Who knows? But I do think that there's a little too much tread behind. If you're cool with that, I think it's going to be a good Blitzwing. If you're not cool with that, I don't think it's going to be a good Blitzwing. I like Legends Class. Yeah, I see a lot of people like Legends Class. Hey, Ryan. To the Hunt shirts are already up on Teespring, baby. Hit the link in the description. You'll go there. There's a ton of stuff there. I wish I was to the point where I had a merch shelf, but I'm not to that point. That's why the link is in the description, and I say check it out on Teespring. There's a lot there. Bring on the Chaos. Super Duper. It's not a Voyager. GotBot Unapologetic. I dig it. To the Hunt. And it's a lot of product there. Shirts, cups. There's a lot of stuff there. Get 50% off by using promo code GotBot50 in your imaginary GotBot shop. It's not an imaginary shop. I actually got a shop just before Christmas for Black Friday. I done like a 50% off sale then. Like, do you guys not know this? Like, Input bought something. I think Ninja Bill did too. So I don't know. I got to get more of my actual stuff myself in my hand, and it's been hard. Like I said last week, it's only now that the shipping is kind of getting sensible. But yeah, in the description, man, of everything. I'm just telling you, check it out, baby. Legends can be expensive, but I like them. Corn Legends are. Let's be honest. Corn Legends are pretty much the same thing, right? Hey Cyber, love the Legend size. Caldeo says Legends class is okay, but I love Revenge of the Fallen Devastator because they found a way to make an official Legends combiner. I thought that was actually impressive. Honestly, I thought that was pretty impressive. Yeah, there you go. But he bought the dig it mug. There you go. Thanks, Ninja Bill. Okay, going on here. A whole bunch of stuff came out this week, surprisingly. And I'm kind of glad that Jay's here because him and I had a discussion about some of this. So Galvatron came out in Canada at Toys R Us. Not my Toys R Us, but came out at Toys R Us. Mine has been on pre-order at EB Games. That's not in either. Although apparently it's been shipped out to the various stores, but my stores are saying nothing is on the route to them. So I don't know. Slag. Slag is such a weird story. Slag's release date in Canada is October the 1st, but he is showing up in Walmart now. Some people, and I've inquired to a number of people, some have said that Walmart is breaking street date. Some have said that Hasbro has come back to Walmart and other retailers and told them to put them out now because they've moved up the street date. My pre-order at EB still says October 1st. And the last piece of information that came to me was that Walmart specifically was told to put them out first. I do not know if any of that is true or which of it is true or anything. But I find it's a very interesting thing because Jay and I had a conversation just a couple of days ago where I said, man, up here, they don't break street date and I won't have it before October. And now this is happening. So it's a very weird situation going on. I am keep my fingers crossed, keep my eyes peeled, but we'll see if I get them or not. What else came out here? Oh, the like little Bumble Grim like Crash Combiner thing for Buzzworthy line, which that's the one thing that did show up here. Our Toys R Us has a bunch of those. I mean, I'm not getting it because it's basically Crash Combiner's junk for $25. No thanks, not for me, but it's out. The also out is the Dinobots Adventures, at least the Slag and I think Swoop, which are basically redecos of Rescue Bots molds. So if you like Rescue Bots, cool. If you don't, then they're probably not going to be for you. Beast Wars, Cheetor, Optimus Primal, and Megatron. All of those reissues have been sighted at Walmarts in Canada in Ontario. These sightings have come from Walmarts in Ontario, Manitoba, and Alberta. So take that for what you will. Take that for what you will. So a lot of stuff coming out there. None of it, absolutely none of it here. I done checks today just before the show. Zero of it here. It was a sad journey indeed. I mean, it is what it is, right? Studio Series Sideswipe. The new one is really just a bit of a recolor of SS-29. This is the Dark of the Moon version as compared to the Revenge of the Fallen version. There's some darker kind of gunmetal-y colors, maybe darker grays that are used, and the new one has a roof added instead of being a convertible. So otherwise, it's pretty much the same mold. So if you liked the Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Sideswipe, you're probably going to like the Dark of the Moon one. If you didn't like that Sideswipe, you're probably not going to like the Dark of the Moon one because they're essentially the same thing. Take that for what you will. We saw some more images of the premium finish Megatron. Looks gorgeous, really does. I think it is probably the ideal mainline movie Megatron going. It's not for me because it's not my Megatron, but if you're a movie collector, I think if I was a movie collector, like I know some of you are, I think I would make the jump and actually put in a pre-order for that one. The Magnus, it looks nice. The head sculpt is beautiful. The way the coloring is done on the face and the eyes is nice. I don't get the gray. It's not for me, but again, if you want it, it looks fine. It just, my Magnus has like white on the shoulders and the thighs and the shins, not this grayish color. But I mean, if you're cool with it, then cool. What else do we have here? Fans Toys showed off their Cliff Jumper, or at least the gray prototype images of it. If you like fans toys, I'm sure that this will be a hyper accurate looking Cliffjumper in both modes. I'm sure the transformation will be a nightmare. Kingdom Wave 3 Deluxes showing up in the US. A lot of folks already got them. Not here. Killing me. Poor old Patriot Prime. He had like a missing tire and stuff. He had a rough time with his tracks. What else do we have here? Red Card T-Rex is available T-Rex is available to red card holders, whatever, for Target in the US. So if you want a T-Rex, do it now. Funko Pop showed off their retro Shockwave. Bless you. Retro Shockwave. Bless you again. There's going to be a third one. There's always 3. Yes, there will. It might be delayed, but there's always 3. I saw the Funko Pop Shockwave, and you know what? This is, I think, the most successful Funko Pop I've ever seen, because it doesn't, like, a lot of times with Pops, I see them, and, like, the round black eyes, I'm like, yeah, it's a great, you know, it's definitely the character, but, like, those round eyes are just kind of goofy. I mean, it's perfect for Shockwave. It's 100% perfect. It's an ideal. It's, like, probably the best Pop I think I've ever seen. Not that I'm biased to Transformers. Although, I think they've done a pop of K9 from Doctor Who, right? You got a Doctor Who K9 pop, don't you? Uh-huh. Yeah, he's cute too.
And my Queen Barrel.
And your Queen Barrel, yeah. Which I think is like one of the only like pieces of product that's out for her. Like, I don't think there's an abundance of product out for her. Like, I don't think they've done like a figure arts for her or anything. What else do we have here? Walmart Collector Con will be July 22nd to the 25th. Last year when they done a Collector Con, it wasn't in Canada. It was just walmart.com, not walmart.ca. Apparently they're going to have reveals every day. I don't know. I mean, cool, I guess. Revealed also as a 1,000-piece puzzle. So if you like puzzles, Shattered Glass Jetfire. I do love me Jetfire. I thought the Siege Jetfire was amazing. The shattered glass colors, that gray look. Now, some people have said it looks like dark Jetfire. Yeah, it kind of does, which I guess makes sense. It's gorgeous. I mean, I'm in for Shattered Glass now. That being said, with him, I have, I have Optimus and I have Ratchet. And then I've managed to source Blur and Jetfire or Skyfire and Goldbug. That's it. That's 5 Autobots. I'm done with Autobots. There's only 2 Decepticons. Give me 3 more Decepticons and I'm good. Team of 5 on each side. I'm good. I'm happy with that. What else we have? To celebrate the 35th anniversary of Transformers, we have a couple of things that were released by Icon Heroes. One is a Grimlock Sword letter opener that retails for $35 at Silver. It looks beautiful. And a pin set of Rodimus and Hot Rod that looks like the G1 box art. I guess if you like pins and letter openers, you're covered. They look cool. I mean, for what they are, nothing wrong with them. What else do we have? We saw some images of some of the shooting that was going on in Montreal for Rise of the Beasts. And among it was a couple of cars that we assume are both being used for Mirage. There was a blue Beetle. Some people said maybe it's Glyph. I mean, I guess it could be, but I think it's just going to be a car on the road. It'd be cool if it was Glyph. I just don't believe it's going to be Glyph. If it is, great, perfect. And there was a script sheet that was left there. It's Noah talking to somebody about having candy or something. Like it doesn't seem like a major scene, but it was left there. So, I mean, it is what it is. What else do we have here news-wise? I'm going to save the last couple of pieces of news. Flame Toys showed off their Furry Nemesis Prime. He is going to be a limited run of 800 pieces, with 300 going to SDCC, 100 going to D4Toys.com, 200 going to ACG Hong Kong, and 200 going to Wonder Festival Beijing. Similarly, Flame Toys also announced their Curry Victory Leo, and he will have 800 pieces as well, with 200 to SDCC, 200 to D4Toys.com, 200 to ACG Hong Kong, and 200 to Wonder Festival Beijing. Will these ever get released outside of these con exclusives? Who knows? Limited runs. It's There is a marketing tool of doing limited runs because it creates higher demand because things all of a sudden become hard to get. It's called scarcity marketing. And I get it because it drives sales, certainly drives pre-orders. It seems like that is starting to become a thing where they're trying to pit collectors against each other to get these sales and be able to charge pretty astronomical costs because all of a sudden now something is scarce and hard to get. I think what they're overlooking is that you can only do that for so long before people are going to get fed up and tired of having to run the rat race and compete, and then you're going to start losing customers. I'll be interested to see how long it takes for that to happen, and I'll be interested to see, what tactics change when that begins to happen. Now, that being said, there is also a flip side where Flames Toys definitely wants to get this stuff sold. And it could be that they're doing this limited run of 800 and it will be followed by a mainline release. Probably something will be sacrificed, accessories, packaging, something like that. We will see. But the word is for now, each of those will have a limited run of 800. And man, oh man, you got to get those SDCC pre-orders in if you live at least in North America. The other ones, up to you. I don't like scarcity marketing. I don't like scarcity business because it specifically preys on you wanting to do anything you can to get that buy. I don't think it's honorable business. Let's put it that way. What else do we have? Iron Factory showed off their Legends Galvatron. Bit stylized, looks really cool, and their Alpha Trion, who comes with a staff that has a matrix at the top of it. Good night. The Alpha Trion looks tremendous. His alt mode, I guess, is supposed to be a spaceship. I feel like his alt mode is kind of like Scourge's. It's like a kind of a nothing thing, but it has to change to something. I think most people would just get Alpha Trion and be like, hey man, Alpha Trion's cool. I like him. And just probably leave him in robot mode. I know I would. We saw some images of G2 Ramjet. It's Ramjet in those wild G2 colors. Love purple. Don't have a pre-order in for him. I don't know if I'm going to bother to get him. I got Ramjet. We'll see. I'm not going crazy for him because he was retailing here for $49.99. I'm not paying that for him. If he goes on sale and I can get him, cool. But I'm not paying $50 for a Voyager. That's nuts. 3 pieces of news left. We'll get to it in a second. I want to go back and check in with you guys because I know I've been missing some of what you guys have been talking about, baby. Let's see. Let's go up here a bit because I know I've been missing the good stuff. Let's see. Somebody offered me an Optimus, but I had to decline after buying Animated Bumblebee Turbo Boosters. Animated Bumblebee is so good. Like, Animated is such an underrated line. That was such a good line. So well engineered. Great molds. So well done. Man, oh man, Animated was so good. Cyber Battalion Jetfire. Ugh. Is he any good? Is the Cyber Battalion Jetfire any good? I feel like he's pretty limited, but I don't know. Maybe he's not. I got Slag. He's awesome. I envy you. I do not. We did talk about the Dig It thing. Fun fact, myself and Ninja Bill were probably like the first two who kind of regularly started using like I Dig It on our channels, and it kind of became a thing for both of us and something we've shared for years now. Target pushed back Rodimus again until the month's end. It's so funny. Some dude, tell me people calling me out, right? Some dude today, didn't vote, but he commented on the picture for the countdown and said, that's not the new Rodimus. The new Rodimus is the best. And I said, yeah, but he's not out in Canada yet. He said, he's definitely out in Canada. I said, no, he's not. He's like, so you're saying everybody who has one is a liar? Like, no. I'm saying no retailer in Canada has them yet. I know in some other countries they do. So if somebody in Canada has him, then either they ordered from overseas or they ordered from some e-tailer that's not Canadian based, or they live in a community maybe close enough to the US border where maybe they were able to go across the border and find him in store somewhere, maybe. But no, he's not available in Canada. And this guy had to argue with me, black and blue. Like, when people are wrong, I don't understand why they just can't say they're wrong. I don't know. I don't get it. Trust me, I want my Rodimus, and he was supposed to be here. I mentioned last week how he was supposed to arrive Monday. Didn't arrive Monday. just like the cone heads. Right now, it's like, out of stock. We'll email you when we have a date. I don't expect Amazon to have them before I find them somewhere else. Just saying. Walmart did put them out here. Yeah, Walmart did, right? When our Walmart won't here put them out. He won't take up shelf space here. I haven't seen any Studio Series products in Walmart in ages. I said the weirdest thing there. I went to a little comic shop and they had like a row of about 6 Studio Series Star Screams. If you hear some cutting, there's a circular saw going outside. But they also had a row of, I'm going to say, 10 Studio Series Blurs. Just Blur. Not Cup, not Jazz. Just Blur was the strangest thing. Hey, Caldillo. I'll be less active tomorrow and sometime after because I'm getting my wisdom tooth removed. Ugh. Have fun. Fun fact, though, tomorrow I have to go to the dentist as well. Tomorrow is a dentist appointment in the morning for me, and we have a jam-packed weekend. So tomorrow we have something small going up. I'm probably going to do it very early in the day just to get it out of the way because our day is otherwise pretty packed. Or if I don't do it really early in the day, it'll be really late. Red Alert is due in August, right? And Red Alert came out here, so go figure. If you haven't checked out my Red Alert review, guys, check it out. I'm hoping he comes out early. You could use those tiny Dinobots. Their rescue bots can be reused as legends. They could be reused as legends. You're right, Caldillo. They could. None of the new ones have been at my Walmart. I pre-ordered reissue Cheetor, but not for me. Listen, that original Cheetor is better than the Kingdom one. I'm just saying it. Let's see. Finally got the Sparkless Seeker. Yeah, I love the Sparkless Seeker. I reviewed him a long time ago. Love him, man. I call him Grimewing. Let's see. Yeah, I know it was a joke, H&E. But like a lot of people, like maybe they don't know. I don't know. I don't have a 50% off sale now, but I did have a 50% off sale. Maybe I should do a sale again, summer sale. Yeah, I could see you calling the Sparkler Seeker Skyquake. The colors certainly sort of match. The new Cyberverse toys coming out. I want Dead End Warrior mode. I hope that it's a decent Warrior. The Warriors have been hit or miss. I like some of them, and I don't like others. So if he's a decent one, then cool. As we go down here. She's hiding the third sneeze for now. It'll come. Don't worry. And it'll come by itself like later from out of nowhere. I need one more Sparkler Seeker. The Funko Transformers are pretty cool. I found one at Walmart the other day. Oh, did it? Oh, all they show was the Nemesis? Okay, I don't know because, like I said, it's funny. I thought that was going to be in Canada too, and I went like the first day of the Collector Con. I went to Walmart. I was like, sure, this isn't showing nothing. And then somebody said, yeah, it's not in Canada. It's just a U.S. thing. I'm like, oh, man. Bots will always outnumber the cons and releases. Yeah, that's always been a thing. Everybody wants the bots, right? Any Loki fans, Awesome Search, haven't seen it. We don't have Disney Plus, so haven't seen that. Haven't seen Winter Soldier. Haven't seen, what's the third one? WandaVision. We haven't seen any of it. We will one day. Let's see. Hey, Kato. By the way, guys, if you didn't check it out, Kato had an interview last night with FJ DeSanto from the showrunner from the Netflix series. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. It was definitely an interesting interview. I didn't get to see it all because it was super late here when it was on. So I saw most of it, but like when it was like 20 after 12, I was like, man, I gotta go to bed. Can't wait for the new Ant-Man. It will explain a lot. Can't speak to any of that. I know nothing about it. It's going, man. It's going all right. I ordered Dark Skyfire. His original colors were supposed to be gray, almost like Astro Train. Finally got you live. Listen, Ty, man, you've been in here before when I've been live, buddy. I mean, it's been a while, but you have definitely been in here when I've been live before. Hey, Bunny. What are the best Transformers to do stop motion with? Mainline, I would say. Honestly, mainline, it's what I use. So hard to say, but that's what I use. The owner of Sabertron found the buzzworthy Bumblebee set at Walmart in the US. That was weird. I don't know how that ended up at Walmart, and I don't know how it's out yet. There's something got messed up there. Yeah, he was only available. I get it. I mean, time zones and stuff, you know. I tried to be in there for a bit to see some of it. But you know, obviously I miss it. I've enjoyed it. I know that's had its criticism, but I've enjoyed the series. Okay, so I'm kind of down there now. And if I missed something that you guys said, I really apologize, but I'm trying to get through it here. Let's talk about the next supposed Haslab project. The rumor, well, it's going to be something Victory is the tease. The rumor, there's two rumors going around. One I think is a fan hope. Actually, I think both of them are fan hopes, but one I think is more likely than the other. One is that it will be a new Lio Kaiser. I don't believe it's going to be a new Lio Kaiser. He's been done. The other is that it may very well be Star Saber with a stretch goal to Victory Leo, and somebody even suggested another stretch goal after that to Deathsaurus. This is very disappointing. I detest the idea of crowdfunding a multi-million-dollar company. I don't think Haslab should exist. I think they should end it, be done. Either you got confidence in your product or you don't. You're not a small manufacturer. You're a global conglomerate. You're a publicly traded company, and you're telling me you don't have enough confidence in your product? And if somebody said to me, who's a business owner, who is a good friend, and I won't use names, said, yeah, but it's taking the risk off of the company. I'm like, So what you're telling me is they're not confident enough in their own product, and they want to put the risk on the consumer rather than assume the risk themselves. To me, that just says that you think you're going to fail. Simple as that. I don't want to back it. I specifically want to go elsewhere and buy a different Star Saber because of it. Like, the existence of Haslab, and if they do that for Star Saber and Victory Leo, it specifically makes me want to go elsewhere and buy a different version because of how you're putting it out. I think it's morally corrupt how you're putting it out. I don't like it. That said, I also think that it's very likely that's exactly what it's going to be. If it's something different, I'll be surprised. And it could be something different. There's a lot that it could be. And we could all be totally off, and maybe they'll come out and they'll surprise us, and it'll be something amazing. But I'll tell you this, from day one when they announced Unicron, I was like, no, not a chance. I don't see a change in here. I think it's going to be a commander class that's vastly overpriced. That's what I'm expecting, and that makes me sad. Honestly, that makes me sad. As a collector and as a fan, that makes me sad because I like the characters. I like the franchise. I don't like the business types, the penny pinchers, the finance department, and the way that they want business done, right? And I think that that's two different things: the creators and the developers, and then the business types that say do it this way. It's killing me, honestly, and it's pushing me out of supporting the company, because I think it's morally wrong. But I think it's also likely. So it is what it is. Then we have the Worlds Collide 4-pack multi-pack that has one character in it of any interest. A Nemesis Optimus Primal. I mean, neat, I guess, but let's be realistic. All the thought that went into that was, well, we have this Optimus Primal mold, throw some purple on it and call it Nemesis. That's literally all the thought that went in there. Then they had Black Arachnia, and they were like, well, she's a really cheap, small deluxe that's not really deluxe. We got some leftover weird plastic colors here from some of the G2 stuff we've been doing. Let's throw some black in with it and call it toy accurate. Then they said, hey, somebody came up and said, hey, we got all these like Bumblebee heads left. And somebody else said, yeah, we got all of these hubcap bodies left. And somebody in marketing sat back and went, you know what? Put those heads on those bodies, slap on an Autobot logo, and we're going to call it another Bumblebee because everybody loves Bumblebee. And then they're finally doing Fangry. And I'm going to tell you now, I have this guy. And this guy, of course, is Grotesque. I love the mold. I have no problem with it. I think it's a great mold. I think it's a great use for Fangry. I thought it should have been used for Fangry a long time ago, and it wasn't. I want Fangry. I do not want any of the other three. It's also going to be an exclusive because Buzzworthy despite being found in Walmart, is by rights a Target exclusive. It's a Toys R Us exclusive up here, which means they're going to be like, hey, let's charge an extra premium. And again, you're taking one character that people want and you're putting it in with 4 others. Guess what? People didn't like these multi-packs when you done them in Titan's Return back in 2016. This is 2021, and people have been telling you for 5 years they don't like these multi-packs where you're putting in characters that are wanted with other characters that nobody cares about. And you're still doing it. You're expressly not listening to the fans and what they want because your greed for profit is saying, let's do it this way. It's really as simple as that. Because let's be honest, all of that is mold reuses. There's 0 development gone into anything in that pack. 0. And if you put them together in an exclusive, now you can even charge a premium price. It's all profit, baby. Old man yacht money, baby. Old man yacht money. Because, you know, a 22-foot yacht isn't as good as a 24-foot yacht. Right. And then the other last thing, the Ravage pack. I saw it and I didn't even get excited. Here's why. Because as soon as I saw it and I looked at the box, I said, that box looks ominously familiar to the Pit. And the Pit was a PulseCon exclusive. And the only way I was able to get it was thanks to the good help of Input. Because otherwise, I couldn't get it. So unless I get help and go to someone like a beggar, I can't get it. It's sad. And they do say, like, you know, to the US and Canada and I think the UK only. But what they don't tell you is that it's only to certain parts of Canada. And what they also don't tell you is that to get to Canada, you only have one shipping option. And that's probably the most expensive shipping that you could possibly have, which is FedEx. It's prohibitive. Like the Blur, and we've talked about it before, the Blur is 35 US. The shipping to Canada is 48 US. You're telling me that you're going to pay more than double, like 2.5 times the cost to get it here, and you say you're servicing Canada? No, you're not. It's a lie. It's a lie. You're outright lying if that's what you're calling service. I'm disappointed by the news that came out this week not because of the offerings. I think they're beautiful. I think Fangry looks great. I think the Ravage looks cool. I think the remolds that they're doing from the iffy Cheetor mold look better, although the arms look a little cattywampus, I'm not going to lie. And I like that they have the little cassette, because on the show he did turn into the cassette. The problem isn't with the characters. I think it's great. I think that, you know, development wanting to put these out is great. My problem is with the penny pinchers from Hasbro, the business side of it, that is choosing the worst possible ways to put it out, a way that only insults fans. That's what's bothering me, the manner in which it's being put out. Great molds, great characters. I would look forward to them if I was able to get them, but I don't expect. I'll be shocked if I can get them. That's where we're to. And that makes me sad. And then the more that happens, the more alienated I get. And the more alienated I get, the more I don't want to support that company. In fact, the more I would specifically want to support other companies. Let's go back and check in with you guys. Hey, TF Fan Geek, man, you never get here, baby. For anybody who just came in, by the way, again, when we're done here, go and check out Cato's interview with FJ DeSanto that was done last night. A very, very interesting interview. Okay, hold on. You said you used lacquer on your finished custom ratchet. Can you explain what lacquer is or does? Look, I use a tester's lacquer. It is a clear coat. Mine is a spray. It is a clear coat. That's what it is. I hope that answers it for you. It's as simple as that. It's a clear coat. Let's see. I can't speak to WandaVision. Haven't seen it. Yeah, I just like the idea of crowdfunding. I'm not against crowdfunding. A smaller company that's struggling to get a project going. But I don't understand the logic behind crowdfunding a multi-million, if not billion-dollar company. I don't see that. I would only throw 200 at Star Saber. Is it Victory Leo? Isn't 200 if Victory Leo is included? I got news for you. I wouldn't expect that to be sold as a Haslab exclusive for anything less than 400 to 450 US. Now, we'll see if I'm wrong. But if they're going to do that as a Haslab exclusive, I can almost guarantee. I mean, let's be realistic. You can say what you like about Unicron. He's a big Titan. And even if he was a bit more, like even if Unicron, like I think a Titan in the US is, I'm going to say 149, 159. Even if they had said, okay, he'll be 229. Cool. But no, they said 565 or whatever it was. I'm telling you now, they'll take a commander here and they will charge $400 to $450 US for it. Mark my words. Cookie Monster was going to be, and that's, I know it was 3 feet, but it was essentially a 3-foot plush with a wire frame. And they were charging $399 for that. Or trying to charge $399 for that. Haslab is kind of not really necessary after the odd Unicron they made with the large backpack kibble. Sounds like someone doing dental work in the back. It does sound like someone doing dental work. I don't know what they're cutting. Nemesis Primal should have literally... he should have had different fur color. I agree, Sam. Absolutely. The best chug version of Star Saber is Planet X. Agreed. Super expensive, but agreed. I do remember the Nemesis Primal idea you drew. Actually, kind of ironic, isn't it? As we go down here a little bit. What's really funny is the new Skyfire Jetfire remake, Shattered Glass Universe. Yeah. I think Shattered Glass Jetfire is overpriced. It is overpriced, but again, they're making it exclusive. That automatically means that they're going to charge higher for it. We, as a fandom, and here's the thing, until we as a fandom stop buying into this nonsense and stop buying into the way that they're doing business, they're going to keep doing it. Why? Because they can. That was like somebody said earlier. What was it? Something we were talking about. They were like, I can't believe Hasbro didn't do a new mold for that. And I'm like, why can't you believe that? You're not under the delusion that they care what you as a fan think, right? They care about what they can sucker you into buying. And he was like, oh, like it was a revelation? I don't know. I don't think it's a revelation, man. Hey, Cardboard Bots. Absolutely. By the way, and I don't know if it's up yet because I've been really busy the last few days, but our buddy Cardboard Bots has a review going up soon, and he had to lend us something from me for it. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to ruin it, but keep an eye out for it, and I think you'll know it when you see it. I only want for Barricade and 2-pack. If I got Barricade and Punch 2-pack, I'll sell the Punch for $20, right? Hey, Jade. The Worlds Collide pack is really, really cool with the kind of yellow cliff jumper. Here's the thing. You know what they should have done with that? Instead of putting a bee head on it, you know honestly what they should have done? Do a new head. Even if you don't want to remold anything in the pack, do a new head and release it as Bumper. If you had just done that, then you would have had Nemesis Primal, you would have had Fangry, you would have had Bumper, and then you could have still thrown in the Black Arachne. And I think people would have been like, the Black Arachne is unless somebody really wants a toy version of her. But I think people would be like, you know what? The other three are pretty cool because I really either want Bumper or I really either want Fangry. Just that simple thing. That's all you had to do. What do I think of Hornet's Agent? I got a review up on it. Go find it, and you'll see what I think of Hornet's Agent. Let's see. Better than Earthrise B? Yes. Let's see. Sounds like Canada's bending over. Here's the thing. Canada's not, because a lot of stuff just ends up rotting on the shelves here. It's not like people are like, it's all sold out. Really? Is it though? Because it takes months for things to sell out here. Like Grimlock, Studio Series Grimlock just went on clearance at Walmart for $49.99. Because Hasbro is drunk in their pricing. I don't know. I'm curious on the story of how you and your wife came up with. I came up with mine because I was wondering what bot I got, and I was like, "What bot I got? GotBot." And that was it. That's all. That's all the story to mine. I don't know how Starscream Wife came about. It started out as Starscream Girlfriend, but I think it was because we were talking about like what Transformer would be, and I think she said Starscream, and then she ended up getting the Dark Energon Starscream, and then I was like, man, you're kind of evil too, so I think it just sort of evolved from there, and then Starscream Girlfriend became Starscream Fiance, and then Starscream Fiance became Starscream Wife. I don't think it's much of a story too. I think it just kind of happened. I'm actually passing on the arc for space issues. I had an idea about SS and making the Dinobots. Why not make the Dinosaur Squad from Victory, from the Power of the Primes Dinobots? Honestly, I'm surprised that they didn't do that. Why? I assume you mean Dino King. Why they didn't make a Dino King out of Volcanicus, I don't know. I'm sorry about the sound background, guys, but I'm not closing the window. It's too hot here. My old man yacht is a canoe. Dude, my old man yacht is like a piece of 2x4 that hopefully doesn't sink. That's my retirement plan. Hey, look at that. I mentioned Input earlier because he was my Pit of Judgment hero. Fun fact, on my shelf with all this masses, the only thing that's actually displayed is over here, and it's my pit. That's the only thing that's in there as an actual display. Easy to customize. All you need is drill in the holes that hold the arms, and you can have 5mm bags. Let's see. I'm going down here. Oh, the review is up. Okay. All right. Well, then there you go. You can check it out now, well, after the show for Cardboard Bots. So you got a couple things to check out. Kato's interview and Cardboard Bots review. And you'll see what it is. We had a good conversation, actually, out my driveway. She probably threatened to bludgeon him soundly about the head and neck unless he got a cool nickname. That could be a real thing. Just saying. On the TF Reviewers channel, you can check out the Team GotBot, versus Team Lazy Eyebrow video. That too. You'll learn a lot about Starscream Wife there. Not Canada is bending over. Oh, shipping is holding Canada, and you will. Oh yeah, shipping is terrible. Like, I mean, I've shipped stuff to the US. I don't understand why they just don't use Canada Post. Like, I'm not gonna say it's cheap, but it's cheaper. Like $14-17. Like, it's still like it stinks, but it's better than $48. Why buy the 2-pack Barricade and Punch if you just want Barricade? I would just buy Barricade, being it would be cheap. Yeah, but the Barricade, the Earthrise Barricade only came in a 2-pack. That's the problem they say in there, right? Brontosaurus, Star Saber, and wait for reveal if it's good. Star Saber. Yeah, we already talked about the Haslab thing. Haslab shouldn't exist. Haslab should go away. Hey, 3 Live. If you want a crazy stream, check out the last 3 Live stream. Our buddy Input was there. He was doing his best Abaddon impression, but his hair is far too beautiful. Far too beautiful, Input. Far too beautiful. If you don't know who Abaddon is, bone up on your AEW. Okay, so we're going to do trivia. Of course, trivia this week brought to us by our good buddy Dragonfly, who is finally, after some real life stuff going on and computer issue and stuff, finally coming back around. Glad to have him kind of coming back into the community, though I don't think he's actually here tonight. Yes, yeah, I really want the Fangry 4-pack too. There you go, Cardboard Bots. I'm with you, buddy. Want the components of Mega Empress. That'd be cool too. Here is the Grimlock on. Already guess and see. In the 2007, this is an easy one tonight. In the 2007 movie, which type of cell phone becomes a transformer? Is it A, a Nokia, B, a Vivo, C, a Levolo, or D, a Samsung? Is it a Nokia? Is it a Vivo? Is it a Lenovo? Or is it a Samsung? A, B, C, or D? A. Trivia time. Let's see. C, Nokia. That was A. Mountain Dew. Well, I mean, Input's going to guess like W or something. It is, of course, yes, Gabriel said it there as well. It is the Nokia. Yes, it is indeed. And then last but not least, ladies and gents, is this week's pickups. Now, they're small, and I mean small, real small. One isn't a Transformer, but I'm happy to say that I actually got a 1983 version 1 fully intact Destro. Never, ever had a Destro. A character that was missing from my collection. With all the bunch that was sent to me and the ones I have, and I believe it was Ultra Megatronus, if he's still here, who sent them to me, if I'm not mistaken. With all of them and the ones I have, I now have 81 Joes. A lot more than I thought I had. So cool, I guess. Neat. I mean, I still need a Zartan, a Tomax, and Zaymot, and they're a Mage of Blood. I could use a better Baroness, a few. Then, if you have been paying attention this week, on Monday we put up the latest Hallmark Keepsake ornament, that being Shockwave. Really happy with it. If you're into the Hallmark Keepsake ornaments and that line, check out the Shockwave. And then yesterday, I put up a review of a 3D printed pinpointer, thanks to a design by our buddy Autobot 00 and the printing services of Justin, who's in here tonight. Tomorrow, along with this guy, we're going to be taking a look at this guy. This is a 3D printed version of Nebulon or Nightstick or Fracas. We all know the confusion there. Or maybe he's Ricochet and maybe this guy's Stepper. There's a lot of name confusion. But I'm going to go with Nebulon. He might be the best out of the three. These are obliterating, for me, obliterating the Battle Masters. That one, very interesting. A more simple transformation, but I think you're going to see tomorrow that it's the most integrated. The pinpointer was bonkers brilliant. By the way, as a little side note before we get out of here, on this guy, I had a loose arm on this side, and like enough that I'd go up like this and it would just fall down. And that was it. And like this one over here is, I mean, it's fine, right? It's not loose. It's fine. And the little white hinge in here was pretty malformed. And I was like, that's too bad. It's not a big deal breaker. I was still able to transform him and whatnot, but it was too bad that it was loose. So I was like, I wonder if there's something I could do with that. And I kept trying to kind of, I'll see if I can show it here because I don't show it in the review. I kept trying to build like this hinge in here with Bondic, and I've talked about using that before. Well, that didn't really work as well as I would like. So I actually said, you know what? I'm just going to pop that out. Either I'm going to break it or it's going to succeed. So I popped it out. And when I popped it out, I learned that on the front and back of the little black piece, there's a little nub, which makes sense. It's what holds this in. But the front nub here was pretty deformed as well. It's almost like heat had gotten to it or something. So what I did is I built about maybe 0.5 millimeters worth of plastic on the edge, put it back in, hope the friction would work. And sure enough, now this arm is actually even tighter than this arm. Go figure. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Destro, Nebulon. The Nebulon reviews tomorrow. The countdown is up. If you haven't voted for Best Prime yet, do it. That top 10 will be Monday. Busy weekend up and coming. I love you all. It has been a tremendous show. And we've covered some stuff about how business is done. Love the designs. Hate how some of the business being done. I hope you guys have a tremendous weekend going forward. As I said, I love each and every one of you. Look, what can I say? I appreciate you coming by, give me some of your extremely valuable time. If you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link, check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. I just recently put up a discussion about kind of Seekers and up and coming real soon. The only problem with G1 Decepticon Target Masters is I wish that my Jade had them like the Autobot ones. Okay. I'm putting up soon, probably this coming week, if not next week, I'm going to be putting up the preview for the Universal Collision finale. Anyway, don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there do make a difference. You really do. And I look forward to the next time, baby, that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way, baby. You know what I'm going to say inside the video.